I agree with Dudula 100% because people are tired. But Dudula should also go to Santon and find those people who are selling powder, who are illegal, and Dudula them as well. Do you understand?
I think the three people on the screen have been given an opportunity and they have failed Black people dismally.
These people collectively, what the language they understand is money. Even if they hate the person, they do deals with them to make money. Politics is driven by the white capital and powder money. We've got this thing that, whitey does good business, they have money, blah, 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 blah. It's all under carpet. Look at what they did to the Black Americans with that stuff that messed up the communities and left them with just women running households. Do you understand? The biggest thing they fear is a Black man. And any time that you can ever be united, those people, even if they hate each other, if they are under attack, that any time we can be chased out of this place and our heaven on earth is finished, they will fight to the core. They bring in the powder, Whitey brings in the powder, and because some of these West African men and other Africans from the north and from Zimbabwe and wherever, they come into the country, they're not educated, they can't get jobs. Already there's too many people. The pie is too small. A lot of these white people who were police officers came out and made security companies. Those security companies, they're security in daylight, but at night they're doing other things. They're doing other things. They're protecting powder people. They're protecting nightclubs. They're protecting all sorts of criminal activities. And the top heads of the cartels have got an instant line to number one. Mr. Ramakaka, excuse me, and Nangagwa, same WhatsApp group. They don't care about the futures. All they care about is their bloodline, that their children have generational wealth that you can never ever fathom or finish. Even if 4 or 5 generations are not educated, are not working, they will still live off that money. And this story that, money was found in the sofa, I don't believe that for 1 minute. Come on, look at the level he is. These people have big safes, a big room with a strong room that you can walk in where they stole money. You'd never store money in a sofa. That was just a story to keep us all entertained and in the media fighting each other. And all these celebrities are part of the network. That our people are obsessed. Oh, what was this celebrity wearing? They did this, they did that. But at the same time, we're suffering. Some of the people who are discussing these things, they're buying airtime so that they can be entertained, but they don't even have food at home. It's terrible. The future of our children is bad. The YT does not invest in factories anymore. Remember, in the 70s, 80s, a lot of people don't realize that South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Zambia, I think in Malawi, were one company back in the days. The reason was there was not enough men in South Africa to work in the mines. The mines were very unsafe. Maybe per day, 10 people would be unalived because there were no safety measures, nothing like that. Do you understand? There was enough jobs for everybody. When 1994 came, they took out the nuclear, what, I don't want to end up saying the word, nuclear what stations, and dismantled industry in SA, saying that, we are preparing for the future. SA is going to be a services capital, and that's where the jobs are going to be. Not everybody can work in corporate.
All right.
They don't need to invest their money in factories because they are making money
Sisi,
with playing around with the rand. And they are funding all these political parties, 20,000 political parties, all funded by one person.
Sisi,
But you, yeah, sorry.
I want to ask you one question, then I'll go to Muratua there. My
Yes.
question would be, are black leaders a problem, or the Mzungu is the problem, or we are the problem?
The ruling elite are the problem. That's why I said if you take it as black leaders and white, you miss it. These people are one thing. And at the same time, they also have their own ways of doing things. When they are finished with Ramakaka, they will spit him out. They will put things in the media so that people
All
also
right.
turn against him.
All right, Sisi.
And then they will reshuffle. The next
All
person is
right,
not going to be any
Sisi.
different.
Sisi, who is the president of Zimbabwe?
Mnangagwa.
So why would you say South African president is Ramakaka and Mnangagwa is, you call Zimbabwean president Mnangagwa? How? Why?
You don't understand Ishona. I don't want to say it in English. It's very, very crude. That is the same thing as the word for him. He's
But
Madaga. That means us. Do you understand?
what? Mnangagwa.
Mnadagwa.
Oh, no
Yes.
problem. Maybe I'm
Yes.
slow, but continue.
Yes. That's what I'm
So,
saying. It's same WhatsApp group. I know that you know this thing of saying that we need to respect our elders, blah 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 blah. Ubuntu. Sometimes I believe that it works against our people. It's almost like we are sleeping and we are afraid of these people because they have money. I agree with Dudula 100% because people are tired. But Dudula should also go to Santon and find those people who are selling powder, who are illegal, and Dudula them as well. Do you understand?
yeah, I'm listening.
Yes.
No problem. I hear you. I hear you. I will ask you a few questions, but it's fine. Let me hear Muratua before I ask you and CP questions. CP, I will ask you questions, and CC, I'll ask you questions. So, Muratua, how are you? Is the problems of South Africa only foreigners? Let's say they are in power. We give them the power. Will they be able to solve South Africa? Let's say we vote for them 100%. Zandile becomes the president, or whoever becomes the president out of this political party. Will they be able to solve all the problems that we have? Will they be able to take us out of the mess that we economically and domestically, all these problems? Can we trust them?
Well, you know, we can only hope. You understand? I'm most 100% certain that they won't get rid of all the problems that we are currently facing, because there's new challenges every day. And there's been challenges that have been lying there unattended to. You understand? We can only give them so much to deal with, with a fraction of our challenges. And then, I'm telling you, even in America, even in Japan, even in Germany, you know, citizens will always complain about the leaders. We will never be satisfied, and we will never get it right 100%. That at least they can try to resolve. You understand? It won't be everything. Not everybody will be satisfied. That is number one. It's human nature. You understand? But now there are challenges or problems in the country that are duplicating and replicating themselves, and they are becoming a problem now. They are no longer a challenge. So Operation Dudula is doing well where they are. In the clinics, they are doing what they need to do in the clinics. You understand? In the borders, who's responsible for the borders? It's still the government. It's still there's a department that is responsible for the borders. We cannot now put everything on their shoulders, hoping that they will resolve our challenges, all of our challenges. No, that is impossible.
Rasta, I think the three people on the screen have been given an opportunity and they have failed Black people dismally. I think these people, there's nothing that they can do. For me, I feel like there's a system that these people are choosing to fall into every time they take the opportunity, or every time they are presented with an opportunity to really, really implement change. There are so many things that I feel like they failed us at, and one of those and I feel like it's quite prominent, is that they literally did not create an economy for Black people. You look back in the times of apartheid, they were very conscious about creating wealth for Bazungus, and I think the ANC have came in and dismally failed at that. I mean, there were industries that were opened to particularly deal with poverty if it arose back then. There were industries that were intentionally created to address unemployment for Bazungus, and I think that's where the ANC has failed. Now with Malema, we can that economy in our country or for our people. He speaks badly on the jobs that every country has, and the citizens of those countries are doing them. I just came across a post where I think it's Japan, where it went mad. There's like a literal protest when they mentioned that actually it was a misunderstanding between the community, there was sort of like something that was going to be introduced where there was going to be exchange students, and they thought that the government is saying that they're going to be letting, or they're going to be inviting Africans into their countries, and that made them go mad. So what South Africans are doing right now, or what Malema is doing right now, honestly, it's just a reflection of, should he be in power, he's gonna fail a Black nation again. So all of them, honestly, I feel like they had an opportunity, and every opportunity that they did have, they never took advantage in actually transforming their Black lives. Thank you.
Should we ascribe this to a white man? Have the white men won? Because all of them, according to your submissions, so according to people's submissions, they work with the white men. They work with the Mzungu. Are the systems of the Mzungu that watertight?
And Rasta, can I also say something to what she said?
CP, wait.
Okay.
Zuma, okay, I'll speak on each of them in my opinions. I feel like Cyril did not come in with the intentions of transforming Black lives. Jacob Zuma had an opportunity to change, but he didn't. He had an opportunity to change a lot of things, and he failed to do that. And I think the era Zuma was Black empowerment and all that. But in the long run, for me, it was not going to be sustainable.
Ramaphosa was trained and implanted to destroy the ANC, allegedly. Jacob Zuma went to UK, got a mandate, he didn't help Black people, allegedly. Julius Malema wants to document foreigners just as DA wants to do it. So we are linking Julius Malema with the Mzungus. Chances are he's working for the Mzungus. Chances are Jacob Zuma was working for the Mzungus. Chances are Cyril Ramaphosa was working with the Mzungus. So my question is, have the Mzungus won? Let's leave foreigners. Have the Mzungus
No.
won? Because
No.
all this Julius Malema doing, he might be working with the Mzungus. Jacob Zuma, he might have been influenced by the Mzungus. Cyril Ramaphosa, he might be working with the Mzungus. So my question is this engineered?
Absolutely, it is.
Who might have engineered it?
I can't put my finger on it. I can't put my finger on who, but I know who is allowing it. And the ANC is like at the forefront of it all.
No problem. So look, Muratu, I'm trying to shift us from, we have been saying foreign nationals are unaliving. We know that. We know all the atrocities that foreign nationals do. They shouldn't be here. We know that. I agree with that they are unaliving, they're doing, we know. So today I want us to go to the root, to say, there is powder in the country. Nigerians are selling it, we know. But Ntantam Kwanas is saying our leaders have allowed powder to come in. He's saying they are coming through our ports. So they are not addressing it. So who are our leaders working for? Who might that be? Who might be controlling them or sponsoring? Because look, we have been working on the route and it's okay, but today I want us to take to the platform, to the source. Because foreign nationals are not coming in on their own accord. Somebody opened the gate. They are wrong to come in. They are wrong to do all these wrong things. But the government is not deporting them. They do not have the will. My question is why? So if they are benefiting, so is it the Mzungu that is engineering all of these things? Because look, let me come again. Everyone listen to this. Listen to this. There is crime in the country. There is a lot of syndicates, but the government is doing nothing, zero. Could it be that Ramaphosa was giving a mandate that do not address this thing? We want the people to be stretched. We want the economy to collapse. Could that be?
You know what? I don't want to be in a situation where I'm overly speculating. Reality is what is happening in South Africa could happen anywhere in the world. But if the right leaders are standing in the right position, a lot of things should not be happening. I mean, right now, clearly, you mentioned Mukwanas. I mean, if you listen clearly, you can hear that literally the country is run by mafias. In my opinion, the ANC they should leave. They should go off. All that is happening in this country can be happening anyway. So that is not the point. What is happening, the point is who is allowing it.